the Three-Legged Podcast.
Episode 2?
Episode 2. Episode 1 was horrible. I know nobody's probably heard it yet, but nobody's going to hear it. Maybe one day. Thanks for joining the podcast, fam. This podcast is coming to you from Milroy, Pennsylvania, and Houston, Texas. So I'm out of the state for this podcast. I'm doing my world tour in Pennsylvania.
So how's the weather in PA right now?
And I heard it's worse in Houston and Dallas.
Really?
But yeah, I was talking to the fam, and they were telling me how it was a little icy and cold up there. Up here, it's right now it's about 25 degrees. It doesn't feel 25 though. I was out there just wearing just a regular sweater, like a hoodie. A lot of snow. It's supposed to snow tomorrow really bad. So I don't know how that's gonna work. You know, since we're from out of town and we got to go up there to visit with the plant here, it might be a little different because they're worried about leaving early and we're worried about staying late so we can finish everything. So there might be a disconnect there, but oh well, we'll do as much as we can. But man, it feels good. It feels different. It's a different kind of cold, man. It's just pretty. The white snow and the hills covered in snow. It's not like in Texas where when it gets cold, it's all like windy and like just a wind chill that comes in and just feels miserable.
And everything looks gray and yellow.
Yeah. Here, I guess because of the snow, it just looks bright. Like I feel like a douchebag. I was wearing my sunglasses today because it was just there was no sun, but it was really bright. So I wore my sunglasses.
Yeah, as long as you don't wear your sunglasses at the club, I think you're alright.
Yeah, I guess. I still got looked at funny.
So what's up with this? Whatchamacallit? He up there? The State Theater. I mean, what kind of movies they play? Is it retro movies, new movies?
No, I don't think it was movies from the posters that were out there. I think it was more like stage plays.
Stage, more like theater, like
theater, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't look like a movie theater. And it was closed, so you know, if it was a movie theater, I figured it'd be open right at that time. Let me see. Drive-by Trunkers. It's one of the posters, and then the other one was, I don't know, Willie Jenny's. I don't know what that is. Or maybe it was music.
So kind of like maybe like a House of Blues type of situation.
Yeah, probably. That was at State College, just about 30 minutes away from the hotel where we're staying at. So, it's nice up there. You know, it's not like a little town. It's not big, but there's a lot of restaurants and bars and a lot of college students. So about 6 or 7 people were walking everywhere in the cold. So it was pretty cool. We just kind of walked around the streets and then found some place to eat. There was just a little pub type place. It was pretty cool. Food was good. But
what kind of food they had? Was it like?
It was like bar food, but it was actually pretty good. I had a steak, and my steak was pretty good considering it was a bar. I can't knock it. You know, all these places now are like selling craft beer and good food. You know. It's rare you go to a bar now and they got shitty food. Everybody's stepping up their game with the food scene.
And you have to. Everybody trying to be fat.
There's not that many fat people up here.
Well, it's because everybody walks up there, or I'm assuming, just like most East Coast places, transportation, public transportation is better than what we have here. And I'm assuming that everybody can afford to have a vehicle, or am I wrong?
Well, in the town that I come to is Lewistown in Milroy, and it's really small, man. It's a small little town. Like they have like a dollar theater type movie theater, like with one showing. There's one Walmart. There's no major department stores or really big restaurants here. It's really small. So I think Milroy only has one exit.
Oh wow.
One hotel, which is the one we're staying at. But I think the difference is the majority of the people around here are like farmers or work at factories and working outdoors. So
a lot of blue collar jobs, pretty much.
Yeah, a lot of blue collar jobs. Yeah, so everybody's working hard out here.
I hear you.
Yeah, it's not like back in Texas.
Well,
yeah. But what I like Pittsburgh, man. I like Pittsburgh a lot. It reminds me a lot of Portland in the sense that you see diversity and you see a lot of people walking around. It looks really old. Like all the buildings are really old, all the houses are really old, the streets are really old, and you see all the original little neighborhoods pieced together and now connected because now they're all part of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
But it's cool to drive around there, man. It's just like all these hills and one-way roads and old buildings. We weren't able to go to we're trying to go to the brewery. It's called the Church Brewworks. It's an old church that was closed, and then this brewery bought it and turned it into a brewery, but they didn't change anything in the whole building. On the outside looks like a church, still has the steps, and when you walk up to it, it looks like a church, So it was closed for the winter hours. Kind of sucked because I was really looking forward to checking that place out. So we just kind of drove around a little bit in Pittsburgh and then headed to State College before it got too dark and cold. The one thing that's different from here in Texas is the highways are very, I guess because there's a lot of hills, there's really not much by the highways. So once you get on the highway, it's just land. There's no service roads or gas stations every few miles like you find in Texas. It's just long stretches, and then when you get to the next town, you can exit and go to a gas station or restaurant, and then it's just a long stretch where not even like what is it? How in Texas we have a little what are those called? Come on, help me out here. When you're traveling every few miles, there's the rest stops.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they really don't have those here either. It's just pretty much hills. I think it's because it's so hilly, there's really nowhere to put them.
Well, you mentioned that the place used to be a church.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of this place we went in when we went to San Antonio called Frank's. And it's the same concept. They actually bought the St. Francis Church and they kept everything the same. You have the restaurant down on the first floor. We have tables and all that, but then the venue really gets popping in the second floor which they have tables, but then they have a DJ where the altar used to be. And, I played, a whole full bar. And also, they kept everything original. Besides, adding some rustic tables and whatnot. And if you drive by it, you really think it's a church besides the big sign that says Frank's.
Man, that sounds like my kind of place. Like everyone's going to hell together,
I mean, the food was good. And they also catered to vegan people. Mostly just hot dogs they sell there and pizza. But, hey, it's worth it.
In San Antonio, we were just talking about San Antonio like last weekend or something about I haven't been to San Antonio since I was a little kid. I don't remember. I just barely remember the little river walk. I was telling Gina we need to go back, check out San Antonio.
Yeah, San Antonio's coming up
with the kids, right?
Yeah,
we were in Austin there. With the kids. How was that?
That was it was exhausting, at least for me, because I'm the one that I was driving, and the conference or the dance clinic, whatever you want to call it, was not in Austin. It was about 20-30 minutes away from Austin, this town called Bastrop. So it was located inside the Lost Pine Resort, which is a pretty nice place. It's just, it takes you a few minutes just to get there. And of course, going into the resort, it will take you from the entrance down to where the hotel is. It's a good 5 minutes, I will say, between 5 and 10, depends on how fast you're driving. And there's all those crazy hills and whatnot. But it was pretty cool. It was just really expensive to stay there, I will say. There was a $50 resort fee each day, even though you're not using the amenities from the resort, since you're going to be busy during the thing. And it was like $200 a night plus $12 parking, and all the activities they had. Like, you can go fishing for an hour, and that was a $60 fee. You can go horseback riding for 45 minutes. That was $125 per person. They also had archery and also the shotgun, where they throw the disc up in the air. Mm-hmm. That was $150 per person a day for I think it was an hour and a half. So it was crazy prices, but that place was packed. I'll tell you that much.
Man, I tell you what. Spring break, you come to my house. I'll charge you $50 a night, and then for another $200, you can go horseback riding. You can go hunting. You can go fishing. I'll make sure we get to do all that for an extra $200, $50 a night. But you got to stay 4 nights, a minimum 4 nights, and then another $200 on top of that.
Free parking.
And free parking. I'll throw in the parking. I'll let you park in the driveway.
Oh man! But we actually stayed in downtown Austin. We found a cheaper hotel there.
So you're complaining about the prices, like you paid that and you didn't even stay there.
We were, but then that was crazy. I'm not gonna pay all that just to. I mean, let's just put it like this: we were at that resort for a whole 3 days, but only Christian was busy. We were kind of like wandering around, and the way that they had everything blocked, it was almost near impossible for you to leave the premises and come back and pick them up, because they had like weird breaks. So he will go in from 8:30, and then at 11 was lunch to 12, and then they went back in for 2 hours, and then there was dinner break, which was 3 hours long, and then they go back in, and we're there until like 9:30 at night. But by the time you leave, because the way the resort is, each way, let's just say if you go to Bastrop downtown, it will take you a good 20 minutes because it was like 15, 20 miles away. Same thing going towards Austin. And not to count the traffic. So if you go to Austin, the traffic is horrible. I mean, you complain about Houston. Austin is ridiculous. I mean, it's almost close to LA traffic. Not quite there, but it's getting there.
I won't. I'll hold my judgment until I go back to Austin and see it for myself.
Well,
but right now, I still have Houston as the worst traffic ever. I haven't been to Los Angeles, so I still hold Houston as the worst traffic ever, and the most boring. By the way,
nah. You go to Austin, 35 is dumb. But we went to. I mean, we did manage to go to a couple of restaurants. Of course, they're all vegan. And Friday night, we went to. Oh, actually, I picked up the food. It was this food truck called Arlo's, which is all vegan, but it was inside. The food truck was placed inside this gay bar. So you had to be over 21 to be able to get in so you can go in and buy the food. There was no way around it.
Bitch, you just wanted to go inside that gay bar. You could have eaten anywhere else. You just wanted to make sure you went in by yourself. I bet you took a shower and everything before you went too, right?
Nah, not even.
Brushed your hair.
Not even. You
put your tight jeans. You know those. You need to wear your tight jeans. You wear those tight slacks you like to wear. The ones that show your ankles. The ones that show your ashy ankles.
My high waters? No,
your high waters.
They weren't ready for that. They weren't
ready for that. With the blue leather shoes with no socks.
I don't look like a hipster, so I wouldn't be popping over there.
Like you wore that same outfit you wore last time we went to Arlington to Alamere. You wear that same outfit with the open shirt showing your little chest hair.
I don't even remember that outfit.
I remember because I was traumatized.
Oh man, but we I'm gonna say Yelp. I don't know if they have it rigged, but the food wasn't that great, and they had 5 stars. But you know, people were hungry, so they ate it, went to bed. The following day, we went to this new part of Austin, which is getting gentrified. So I believe it's like the art district. It's across from downtown off of I-35, and we went to Counterculture, which was another vegan restaurant, and the food there was good, but it pretty much fucked everybody up. Their stomach was just stripping, like. It just didn't sit well.
Maybe it wasn't. Maybe they say it was vegan, but it really wasn't. So that's why it messed you guys up because they lied to you.
I don't know. I guess it had glue. I don't know. But I was like, all right, whatever. That Saturday night.
Did it mess you up?
Oh man, I was shitting all day Saturday and Sunday.
Oh my god.
But it wasn't like diarrhea, but it was. You get your little.
You're so descriptive. Thank you.
Yeah, you get your little cramps and then you gotta go. But it felt nice afterwards.
Like you drank a gallon of milk.
Yeah. So it was that, and then Saturday night we went to this other food truck called Cool Beans, which was like Mexican vegan food. I opted out. I was like, I'm not eating. I'm already done with vegan food, so that's gonna be on y'all. And they were truly disappointed. Like, just to be Mexican food, which you can make Mexican food vegan and still not lose taste. Because, I mean, you have avocado, beans, and all that. You just got to keep the meat away or find, like, an alternative for meat. But it didn't have no sazon. It was just, like, bland. And they were really sad.
Man, pobrecitos.
I was like, well,
you should have stayed on the vegan train until we go to Portland, man. Because once you go to Portland with me, man, we're gonna be drinking and eating, and then very rarely vegan food.
Well, I'm not vegan. I just eat whatever's there. So I was like, all right. So I mean, I ate at the resort in the restaurant there. I had this fat food. It was fried avocados with queso on top. That shit was good. I give you that much. But I already
Right.
I already said
Right.
it. I was like, I'm not gonna be in no diet whatsoever when I go to Portland. That's just basically it. 3 days of just binging on everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I was. We were going to lunch today, me and my buddy, and we were walking, and all of a sudden, oh no, it wasn't at lunch. It was at dinner. We parked and we were walking around State College, and all of a sudden he goes 8:02, and I go what? He goes 8:02. You're gonna be eating that without me every day, huh? And I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna be eating 8:02 every day for breakfast, lunch. I'll skip dinner, but breakfast and lunch I'll be eating 8:02.
Which one is 802?
That's the Hawaiian food truck.
Oh, okay, yeah, the one that showed me.
Yeah, that's by our office. So
Yeah.
I'll get there early to the office. When they open, I'll go get me a little breakfast. Come back, lunchtime. Go back, get me a little lunch. Just I don't even like to eat lunch, but the food's so good. I just want to go eat it.
Yeah, I want to try the chicken with the chicharrón in the box and all that. That's what I want to try.
The fried chicken is really
Yeah.
crispy. It's really good, really good. I don't know if it's really authentic Hawaiian food, but I don't care. I like it. I like it a lot.
Shit, as long as it's good, man. That's what matters.
Yeah. Yeah, Portland should be fun, man. Looking at the map, we should have plenty of options of places to go, walk around and eat and drink. So looking forward to that, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, man. I'm putting on my faith too that those 3 days that I'm out there, I don't get
The
no
weather's
calls from nothing.
And that the weather's good.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's raining, man, I'll bring a poncho and make call it a day and start walking out there.
Yeah, we can drive We can drive a lot of it. It's just once we park, walk around the neighborhoods and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. Hopefully everything works out. The weather is not too bad, and we don't get in any trouble while we're out there. So we'll see. We'll see how Portland goes. But yeah, man, it looks like this front end of this year is going to be pretty hectic. I got Portland. I'm gonna go to Chicago for the first time, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, I don't get in trouble in Chicago.
Damn, that'd be badass to go to Chicago.
Yeah, see, I got it. I'm gonna be pretty busy during the day, but I'll see how much time I have in the evening to explore Chicago a little bit. But yeah, I hope I don't get in trouble there. I hope it's not like Vegas.
Damn it, no. I was looking into Portland to make it happen and go to the Nike employee store, but you have to have a guest pass. You can only get it from
green card.
No, I have that. But I don't know nobody that works at the Nike store to give me a guest pass. They say that people sell them, but it's just, whenever they get them. It's like, oh, man. So that's a dream just left.
Who wasn't I think we need to check with your sister. I think one of her friends works for Nike or was working for Nike. Nike outlet.
Oh shit! I'm gonna hit her up and see if maybe they can get one, or I mean, I'll buy the pass. Man, it's worth it just because one, it's the actual Beavertown.
Yeah.
And two, everything is basically like half off, or once you walk in there, basically you get their employee discount, and the inventory is just insane. So, and just to say that I went in there.
Yeah, I met a consultant that used to work for Nike, and she was telling me about how crazy the Nike facility is over there in Portland.
Yeah. They just made 2 new buildings there too. One named after Serena Williams, and I forgot who the other person was. So they just keep growing.
Man, at the rate they're going, they might make one out of um what's his name, the comedian
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. He's all Nike right now, isn't he?
Yeah, he actually had he made 2 pairs of trainer shoes, which sold out. I didn't even they didn't come out of the store. It was only through a website, and they didn't even hit 5 minutes. They were all sold out, which they were kind of cool. They were white. I mean, not white. They were all, the one pair was blue and the other pair was all red. But when the light hits a reflective, it had like a message on the shoe. It was pretty cool. But that was a couple of years ago, and he does that. The Nike run, he was doing it whenever he hit up a town for his tour. He'll do a 5K run with the people. So he just said, "Hey, look, I'm gonna be here this morning," and he'll bring someone that I guess works with Nike, a pacer, just to kind of help people, motivate them and get them out there. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Speaking of him, did you see him in the Super Bowl?
What did he do?
Well, he was there. Of course, it's from Philly, but he got fucked up. I mean, you can tell he was slurring some of his words.
Oh, after the Super Bowl at the interviews, right?
Well, he tried to get on the stage with the team, and one of the security guards blocked him. Like, nah, you're not getting others. Like, come on, man. Nah, you're not. That guy was doing his job, But then you would think that this person is from Philly and he's pretty up there right now. You would think they'll let him up, but that was it. And when he went to the interview, which was live with the commentators, he dropped the F-bomb, and he realized it, and he just put the mic down and walked off. He was like, "Yeah, we played like we gave a fuck." Oh, shit.
Funny, man, I can't say nothing about Kevin Hart, dude. I was pretty tore up on Sunday. I was pretty tore up on Sunday after the Super Bowl. I was so bored, man. I just kept on drinking.
No, I didn't even want to watch the game.
I didn't want to see either team win, and I was just like, I gotta say the Eagles did play pretty cool, but yeah, man, it was just like I just got tore up, and then the thing that killed me, I don't know who does this, but NBC goes and puts that show, This Is Us, right after the Super Bowl.
Wow.
And everything turned from a Super Bowl watch party to This Is Us watch party. And everybody was crying, like into it and crying. And I just watched Super Bowl. I'm drunk. I just watched football. I just watched grown men kick each other's asses for 4 quarters and get hyped up. And then, to go from a Super Bowl high to This Is Us, man, it felt un-American, and I was pretty pissed off and disappointed, and I got in trouble because I was not being cooperative with the atmosphere and the show. So yeah, I got in trouble.
How are you gonna watch the saddest show on TV right now after the Super Bowl?
And I never seen it either. I just kind of knew things that I've heard, through commercials and people talking about it. And so, I was just talking shit from what I knew. I was like, so is that fool going to die tonight? Because if he's going to die tonight, let's watch it. Everybody got mad at me for saying that. Man. And then, and then I stopped watching it. And then I went to the kitchen with Jared and we started trying to watch Philadelphia fan videos. And we got in trouble because we were being too loud. And dude, I just got put on the naughty list for the rest of the year, I guess. Everybody was mad at me.
So, man, the Super Bowl Sunday, everybody's supposed to be drunk and acting wild, not calm down. We're going to watch
This Is Us
shows.
This Is Us, yeah. This Is Us. Yeah, I was pretty annoyed. And I made sure they knew about it. So, yeah, that was my Super Bowl Sunday was me yelling at both teams because I didn't want either one of them to win, me drinking too much, and then making fun of This Is Us and getting in trouble for being obnoxious. Those were the words I heard. And not letting people enjoy the show, which probably so. You should have DVR'd are the shit because it's Super Bowl Sunday and we just watch grown men kick each other's asses. I don't want to watch This Is Us. So that's my rant about that. Yeah, it was annoying, but it was fun. It was a fun night. Food was good. Can't complain until I got in trouble.
Well, I'm ready for Black Panther to come out. Hopefully, the hype on the previews does justice to the movie.
I don't see why it wouldn't, man. Every single one of the Marvel movies has hit the mark, right?
Yeah.
So DC, you got some making up to do. I just watched Justice League, and that shit sucks. But it's just
I haven't even watched it. I'm waiting for it to hit something. I mean, it's at the dollar theater right now, but dollar theater is not even $1 no more. It's $1.50, I think, or $2 now.
I don't go waste your dollar on that shit.
Do you think that they did it too soon? Like it needed more work, or the storyline just sucked?
I think what it is that DC had so many issues, coming up and producing their movies and getting their movies out there, that Marvel just is so far ahead that anything that DC does just seems like they're trying to catch up to Marvel, And when you really think about it, the storylines between Marvel and DC are pretty similar, Some of the characters are very similar.
Yeah.
So, when Marvel, you've seen all these Marvel movies. I mean, what are we like? If we kind of all together, we're like 20 movies deep, right? With all the Thors and all the Iron Mans and all the Captain Americas and the Avengers movies and Guardians of the Galaxy and all those movies together. All of them together, they make one complete story, right? They've done a really good job of making one complete story. And now DC comes in and tries to kind of pretty much do the same thing, and they go straight from a couple character movies straight to Justice League, which is the equivalent of the Avengers. And the storylines, just besides Wonder Woman, all the storylines kind of the same, man. And it just felt like it was just another remake of Avengers. Aliens coming to take over the planet, and a team, one rich guy, and these other people with powers come and save the world. And it was just like, even they were protecting a stone. It was the same thing as Avengers, man. I was like, I'm watching the Avengers all over again. Like, I mean, I know it's a comic book and the story was already written out, but it was just like, man, Marvel already did this, and now you come and do it with your characters. It's just like you're trying to catch up. You're playing catch up. And then the way they film it, man, I'm sorry. They try to be so different. They try to be like very different, so that it's very dark. The cinematography is very dark, and it's just bad. It's just bad. Besides Wonder Woman is the only thing good that ever came out of this. I appreciate that. I really enjoy Wonder Woman. I can sit there and watch that movie. I don't even have to put the audio on. I can just turn it on and just watch it. With no audio. Either way you watch it is good. Put the audio on, put the audio off. Black and white, it's good. As long as they keep Wonder Woman on the frame, we're all good.
No, I haven't seen that one either. And we cannot forget that Marvel has been building this up for years. And DC just trying to make it in, 3 years, if that? Trying to get everything together.
They did pretty good with Superman, with Man of Steel. I do give them credit for that one. That one was pretty good movie. I really enjoyed that movie. But then, the whole Batman versus Superman, that started in the wrong direction right there. They just, and then they made it up with Wonder Woman, and then boom, they messed up, and it's like, now we're gonna get Aquaman, and we're supposed to get a Flash movie, and it was just like, I don't know. I think I didn't like it. I didn't like it one bit, man. It wasn't. Maybe I'm just being biased because I don't know. I don't even think I'm being biased. I just didn't like it, man. I didn't think it was a good movie.
I mean, I think Aquaman will be somewhat interesting just to see, because that's a character doesn't get much coverage. But the Flash, there's nothing that I haven't seen before. You know, in the show and otherwise, just the same thing. Honestly, I mean, there's not too much to it besides that he's fast, and I mean his enemies aren't.
Yeah,
so,
I don't know.
You know,
sorry DC, you're not gonna catch up to Marvel. They're in a different league, man. It's like it's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen, man. So
damn it. Poor DC, man. I just need a good Batman movie and I'll be alright.
We had our good Batman movies. Christopher Nolan, he did his thing with Batman. You know, that's where it's going to end right there. That's the only good Batman movies, Christopher Nolan. And that's not going to happen. It's a one-in-a-lifetime thing. That's it. You're not going to get a different Batman that's going to be better than that.
Who else? That's pretty much I'm looking forward for this month. Honestly.
This year's going to be crazy, though. Every month we're going to have something hit that's going to be worthwhile. Every month. So.
What's on March?
I don't know. I'm not IMBD. I don't know off the top of my head, but I know something is good coming up. I promise you that. I promise you that. I looked at it like a few weeks back, and I was looking, and every month had something decent coming out. What was it? March is something. Trust me, March is something. But did you see the Cloverfield movie on Netflix? They showed the trailer on Super Bowl. And they released it on Monday.
That was it's supposed to be the prequel, right? The prequel or after?
I don't think it's a prequel. I couldn't tell from the trailer. I don't think it's a prequel though. But I read today that they were having so many problems. Paramount and J.J. Abrams were having so many problems with the movie and doing reshoots that they were pretty much going to start. There was going to be a loss, and so they negotiated a deal with Netflix, and basically just gave it to Netflix to try to, I guess, come out even on the movie. And it's not getting really good reviews, but they're still promising that they're going to do Cloverfield 4, which is going to be in theaters this year in October. So I'm still going to give Paradox a chance.
Well, I haven't even seen the first Cloverfield, so I really don't care.
Oh my! You know, I'm doing the podcast with the wrong person.
It just didn't call my attention. I mean,
you were like 10 years old when it came out too.
Yeah, so. It was just that, and I've seen the previews like I guess the world was gonna end. It was New York City, and then this whole camera going on. I'm like, oh shit, here we go again.
You should watch it, man. It's actually, considering that it's been done. Oh, look, DC, this is an opportunity for you to learn that you can make something very similar to something else and make it even better. Like, it's basically Godzilla, really. It's really what it is Godzilla, but it's just a lot better.
Yeah, because they haven't really made a good Godzilla movie.
Yeah,
they try to remake it. They're like, eh.
This is shit. Bunch of shit, but... All right, brother. I think we spoke enough. We probably got everybody falling asleep. If anybody is listening, so I'll hit you up later, man. Stay safe. Right.
Sounds good, man. Stay warm.
All right, brother.
And don't wear your sunglasses at night. You'll be all right.